On this episode of Law Weekly, we travel to Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State, for the Maiden Alumni Lecture of the Faculty of Law of the Premier University, University of Ibadan. The lecture was on the very interesting topic, artificial intelligence and the future of the legal profession, and it was delivered by a legal and tax practitioner, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Abiodun Olatunji. We'll bring you the major highlights from that event. Also showing on the program today, highlights from the call to bar ceremony as 4,412 new lawyers are admitted into the Nigerian legal profession, plus a recap of the top trending stories from the courtrooms. Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Shola Shuyeli. The Maiden Alumni Lecture of the Faculty of Law of the University of Ibadan attracted a rich and diverse crowd of academics, serving and retired both within and outside the university. Also in attendance are serving and retired judges, senior advocates of Nigeria, members of the Nigerian Bar Association Ibadan branch, led by their chairman, and other legal practitioners. Members of the state executive, legislature, and the judiciary are also present. Also in attendance here are alumni members of the university, current students of the school, students of other nearby institutions, as well as friends and mentees of the guest lecturer. The hall is packed full, and the chief host, the Dean of the Faculty of Law, Professor Simisola Akintola, who welcomed everyone to the Pioneer Alumni Lecture, notes that it is a historic occasion and a platform to stimulate dialogue, engage in thought-provoking discussions, and exchange ideas that chart a course for harmonizing the transformative power of technology with the enduring principles of the law.
We are gathered here today to engage in a discourse of immense importance. One that will shape the trajectory of the legal profession today, the near future, and in years to come. The advent of artificial intelligence has ushered in a new era, one that challenges our traditional notions and prompts us to reimagine the boundaries of our profession, boundaries of privacy, boundaries of personality, boundaries of who we are, boundaries of our culture. As legal practitioners, scholars, and students, we stand at a pivotal junction where embracing technological advancement is no longer an option, but a necessity. As the premier institution of legal education in Nigeria and indeed Africa, the University of Ibadan Faculty of Law has a responsibility to stay at the forefront of these developments and to equip our students with knowledge and skills necessary to navigate the challenges and opportunities presented by AI. This Maiden Alumni Lecture, which I hope will continue to be a series, is a testament to our commitment to fostering dialogue, promoting critical thinking, and embracing innovation in legal education and practice. Throughout the illustrious history of this faculty, we have been a bastion of excellence. We have been nurturing generations of legal luminaries who are leaving indelible marks on the annals of jurisprudence. Our results in the last exams, the one before that, the one before that, and the one before that, is a testament to this. Today, we find ourselves confronted with a paradigm shift, one that demands us to adapt, innovate, and redefine the very essence of our craft as legal practitioners.
A former dean of the Faculty of Law and current Deputy Vice Chancellor Research, Innovation and Strategic Partnership, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Professor Oluyemisi Gbangoshe, speaks about the importance of the Alumni Association and alumni lectures such as this.
Alumni associations play a pivotal role in the life of educational institutions and organizations as the government cannot meet the needs of the educational institutions 100%. Their significance extends far beyond their time as students. Networking and mentorship is one of the importance of an alumni association. Alumni networks provide valuable connections and mentorship opportunities for current students and fellow graduates. These connections can lead to career advice, job opportunities, and professional growth. Financial support by alumni association cannot be overemphasized. As important as alumni associations are in the institutions, alumni lectures encourages knowledge sharing. It is an avenue for networking opportunities for students to connect with successful professionals in their field.
She also commended the guest lecturer as an outstanding alumnus of the University of Ibadan, whose acts of service are worth emulating.
His Excellency, Mr. Abiodun Olatunji, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, is not only a Senior Advocate of Nigeria, but a shining example of the values that define the University of Ibadan community. Abiodun Olatunji, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, is one of the 75 UI at 75 ambassadors, hence the term His Excellency. Please, as you are addressing, please don't forget to put His Excellency. As an alumnus of our esteemed institution, Mr. Olatunji, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, embodies the spirit of excellence and service that UI holds dear. His dedication to the university's mission is evident through his active involvement in activities at the faculty and the university. The university is grateful for his contribution, which is very significant, during the 75th anniversary celebration of the university. He is an alumnus par excellence. Beyond his professional achievements, Mr. Olatunji's commitment to philanthropy is truly commendable. Through his generous support, he has become a beacon of hope for indigent students in the Faculty of Law, providing them with opportunities to pursue their dreams and excel in their studies. We are privileged to have him here today to share his insight on the intersection of artificial intelligence and the legal profession.
When the guest lecturer mounted the podium, he noted that technology has made a great impact on the legal profession, and any legal practitioner who must succeed and thrive in the legal space must embrace latest technology tools. He, however, cautioned that artificial intelligence (AI) cannot replace human expertise, and so lawyers must still leverage their knowledge, ethical judgment, creativity, and emotional intelligence to complement the tools of AI. Drawing from his extensive research, the guest lecturer chronicles the types of AI and the genesis and the utilization of generative AI in the legal industry.
The utilization of artificial intelligence, AI, in the legal industry is evolving and poses challenges to the existing legal framework. Questions arise about whether AI should be considered as speech, regulated under antitrust and criminal laws, or treated as an agent under agency law. Various studies project significant impact in the legal profession, with estimates suggesting a substantial portion of legal work could be automated. Notable statistics include a 2023 study stating that legal services are the most exposed industry to AI. A Goldman Sachs report indicating 44% of legal work could be automated, and another data suggesting 23% of an average attorney's job could be replaced by robots. Deloitte predicts the elimination of 100,000 legal jobs in UK by 2025 could be lost due to automation. The legal landscape is already influenced by AI, exemplified by the case of Lola and scaling decision, which suggests that tasks entirely performed by machines may fall under the practice of law. The Yale Journal of Law and Technology identified 3 implications of this decision, emphasizing the need for lawyers to adapt to the evolving landscape. Generative artificial intelligence is further transforming the legal industry, offering opportunities for greater transparency, efficient dispute resolution, improved access to justice, and challenges to traditional law firm models. The impact of AI tools on legal practice remains uncertain in the long term. In the UK, the Bar Council acknowledges the ethical use of AI tools in legal services, emphasizing responsibility, accuracy, and compliance with laws and professional conduct.
Drawing from his personal experiences, his reading of the practice of law in Nigeria, and even his interactions with students of the Nigerian Law School, the senior advocate makes some recommendations for the legal profession in Nigeria.
I'm of the candid opinion, and I most humbly recommend that the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in conjunction with the stakeholders of the bar and the bench, issued an executive order relating and outlining key principles and guidelines for the development and use of artificial intelligence in Nigeria, similar to the executive order issued by President Joe Biden, the President of the United States of America, in October 2023, titled Executive Order on the Safe, Secure, and Trustworthy Development and Use of Artificial Intelligence, directing federal agencies to establish standards for AI safety and security, protect privacy through legislation, address discrimination in all AI algorithms, and ensure responsible AI use in healthcare and education. For the legal sector, the executive order issued by President Biden presents both opportunities and challenges. Legal professionals will need to advise clients on AI-related legal issues, including compliance, liability, intellectual property, contract ethics, and human rights. At the same time, they must integrate AI systems into their own practices. In addition, the heads of various courts in Nigeria can also issue practice direction regulating use of AI in courts in Nigeria. The need for lawyers to develop tech-related skills in the age of artificial intelligence is another recommendation. I want to also recommend increased collaboration between the Nigerian legal practitioner and ICT professional to ensure the adoption of appropriate design, implementation, and adoption of artificial intelligence enable system for the comprehensive administration of justice in Nigeria. I would like to suggest that to keep up with the evolving technological standards in artificial intelligence, all faculties of law and the Nigerian Law School must develop curricula on legal business management with a tech focus on how to run the business of law using artificial intelligence tools. However, I must sound a note of warning to law students not to place over-reliance on legal artificial intelligence tools and applications, as human intelligence is still required to acquire foundational lawyering skills like strong writing, critical thinking and analysis, and sound judgment, all of which will help them to build a strong foundation in their careers as legal practitioners.
The lecture generated interesting questions and contributions, And at the end, the faculty appreciated the guest lecturer for deepening the knowledge gap and expanding the frontiers of legal knowledge. Mr. Abiodun Adediran Olatuji was born on December 29, 1967. He gained admission into the University of Ibadan in 1989 and obtained his LLB with honors. He proceeded from there to the Nigerian Law School and was called to the bar in 1993. He started his professional career at the Legal Department of the Central Bank of Nigeria, where he served the NYSC, and at the end of the service year, he had endeared himself to the lawyers in the CBN, and some of them strongly recommended him for employment at the law firm of Abdullah Ibrahim & Co. Today, he's a partner at the firm and also an alumnus of the University of Lagos, where he obtained his Masters of Law, LLM. He was conferred with the rank of Senior Advocate of Nigeria in 2019 and has since gone on to become a chartered member of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Auctioneers, and patron of the National Association of Judiciary Correspondents. He is also a supernumerary police officer with the rank of Deputy Commissioner of Police. He sits on the board of several companies and is a recipient of many honors and awards for his contributions to the development of the legal profession in Nigeria. Thanks for staying tuned. Let's now go to Abuja, where the body of benchers has admitted 4,412 law students into the legal profession. The three-day event was attended by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, other serving and retired judges, members of the body of benchers, members of the inner and outer bar, as well as family, friends, and well-wishers of the graduating students. The chairman of the body of benchers, retired Justice Mary Odili, urged the young wigs to always uphold the tenets of the profession.
You may now put on your wigs. The expectations on you are much. You must not disappoint all those who look up to you. It is your free will, and so I presume, to belong to this noble profession. Therefore, you must always abide by the rules and regulations guiding the profession. You have been called to the bar in a very important historic period in the legal profession in Nigeria. A period when the good, the bad, and the ugly are all operating at the same time and in the same space. The good to the extent that the Supreme Court now has the full complement of justices required to man the court. The good also to the extent that the welfare of judicial officers is being taken seriously, and the body of benchers alongside other relevant bodies is championing the process. I have read in the papers about the increased funding of the judiciary, which is a positive development. I hope it will be backed by adequate release of funds as and when due. It is a bad period in the sense that the judiciary is being bashed and public confidence in the legal system is dwindling, occasioned by incessant conflicting judgments by our courts and flagrant indiscipline amongst lawyers. In order to address this vexed issue of conflicting judgments, the body of benchers has constituted a committee made up of ranking members of the profession to come up with the best possible ways of addressing the concerns. When the committee completes its assignment and presents its report to the body of benchers, it will, upon consideration and approval, be forwarded to the relevant bodies for implementation. To our newly admitted colleagues, it is appropriate for me to remind you of some salient truths about the profession that you have entered. The noblest and only learned profession of law is known for its sanctity, integrity, honesty, objectivity, and respect for the rule of law. I therefore implore you, as learned friends, to demonstrate the highest level of professional ethics and decorum wherever you find yourself, and steadfastly preserve the honor and dignity of the profession.
She also uses the opportunity to make a case for improved remuneration for legal practitioners, among other issues.
The welfare and remuneration of lawyers, especially young lawyers, should be critically looked into, especially in view of the current economic realities. Young lawyers in private practice are practically left to fend for themselves, as their take-home pay is so poor that it can barely take care of their basic needs. I would like to use this medium to call for an urgent upscale review of the remuneration of lawyers. I am aware that efforts are being made to improve on the welfare and remuneration of judicial officers. It is my humble opinion that this good initiative should also be extended to the bar. D. Media trial. One of the issues plaguing our dear profession in recent times is the contentious and polarizing spectacle of media trial. The negative resultant effect of media trial is prejudgment, which can erode the foundational pillar of an individual's right to a fair and unbiased trial. Lawyers who engage in media trials sway with public opinion and potentially skew the trajectory of justice, sometimes turning the people against the courts. It is unethical for lawyers to be addressing the media when fully robed, particularly after court sittings, as we have seen in recent times. For the avoidance of doubt, it is unethical for a lawyer to address the press on matters that are pending in court.
And just before we go, a quick recap of some of the top legal stories in the news.
We begin with the report that the Supreme Court has stayed the execution of the orders of the Court of Appeal Abuja, which has set aside the inspection order of the BVAS that was granted to the governorship candidate of the Social Democratic Party, Muritala Jaka, by the Governorship Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Abuja. The Apex Court stayed the execution of the orders of the Court of Appeal made on March 1, 2024 regarding the inspection. The interim stay of execution followed the application made by the legal team of the SDP candidate Muritala Jaka. Moving the application, counsel to Ajaka, Jibrin Okutekpa, urged the Apex Court to grant the application to avoid irreparable damages to the petitioners. The Supreme Court agreed and ordered for stay in terms of the relief sought in the motion filed on March 5, 2024. At the Court of Appeal in Abuja, the move by the federal government to commence fresh prosecution of former Abia State Governor Orji Uzor Kalu in the 7.6 billion naira fraud and money laundering brought against him has been struck out. Justice Joseph Uyewole held that the record of appeal brought by the federal government was incompetent and unreliable, as it was not compiled, signed or certified by any person known to law. On December 5, 2019, a federal high court in Lagos had sentenced the former governor, now a senator representing Abia North, to 12 years for stealing huge sums from the treasury of Abia State while he was governor of the state. The judgment of the High Court was, however, voided and set aside by the Supreme Court on the ground that Justice Mohammed Idris, who delivered it, was already a justice of the Court of Appeal, having been elevated. Another panel of the Court of Appeal Abuja has affirmed Julius Abure as the national chairman of the Labour Party, who read the lead judgment, also set aside the judgment of the Federal Capital Territory High Court, which restrained Abure and two others from parading themselves as national officers of the party. Justice Baraka held that the High Court was wrong to have assumed jurisdiction on the matter. The Appellate Court also awarded the sum of 1 million naira in favour of Julius Abure against Lamidi Apapa. The court also dismissed the objection raised by Abure challenging his removal as chairman of the party. In the trial of the former governor of the CBN, Godwin Emefiele, a forensic analyst has confirmed that the documents used to request payment of $6.2 million to foreign election observers were forged. The witness of the EFCC, Bamai Meriga, told Justice Hamza Muazu of the Federal Capital Territory High Court Abuja that following forensic analysis of the disputed documents, he discovered that there was clear evidence of forgery of signature, as the seal of execution was different from the original. He also confirmed that the signature were not those of former President Muhammadu Buhari nor former Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa. And we round off with a report that the Osun State chapter of the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, JUSUN, has suspended its industrial action. The union had declared an indefinite industrial action on November the 22nd, 2023, due to a face-off with the state's chief judge, Justice Adekpele Ojo. A statement signed by the chairman of JUSUN in the state, Benga Eludire, and made available to newsmen, announced the suspension of the strike, which has been on for over 3 months. Eludire in the statement also directed judiciary workers in the state to resume work on Monday, March 11, 2024. He emphasized that no judicial officer or member of the union in the state should be victimized as a result of the strike.
And this is where we adjourn proceedings for today. Do remember to check out the Channels TV website for a replay of this episode of the program as well as past episodes. Please also send in any feedback via our social media handles. I'm Shola Shoyeli. Thank you for watching and see you next week.